you and your family is making such a brave and exciting move para pumunta dito sa Canada.
Hi fam, good morning! And we're back to snowy Calgary again. Nagkaroon ng snow ulit kahapon. Pero thankfully, hindi naman siya minus 20 or minus 25 ngayong araw. Bale, it's just around minus 2 or 0 or minus 3. So, it's still a very good and sunny day. So, preparing lang tayo magsundo kay Davon. So, konting bilis ng lakad kasi nahirapan ako maghanap ng parking sa tapat ng school ni Davon. Then medyo malapit lang din, so mag-cross yung street ko din maganda ko. So yeah, excited na ang mga parents makita ang mga bulilit nila. Yan. So naglalabasan na. And magtataka na yun si Davon, nasan kaya si daddy or si mommy? Okay. Kasi syempre, hinahanap tayo lagi ng mga anak natin. So, dito na ako and we'll catch you later. Davon will say hi. I'm with Davon Leonard. You say hi to Alba fam.
Hi!
Okay, so hatid ko na siya sa daycare. And later, nag-decide kami ni mommy na hindi na ata siya magde-daycare para mas maalagaan siya ni mommy to prepare for his elementary. Halika na kuya. Maglalaro talaga lagi. Kuya, lagi mong nakikita yung snow. Gusto mo pa rin ng snow all the time? Ha? Gusto mo? Halika na po, madudulas ka dyan. Hey fam, ayun, nakapasok din at last sa sasakyan. Yan, inubod na. Kasi ang lamig-lamig. So, driving na tayo. And after...
Daddy!
Yep, so after ihatid si David sa daycare, I'll be back at home and then mag-work na. Hatid, done. So, ayun pala yung quick playground ni na David sa labas. Lian ito. So, pag sunny and pag kaya yung weather, I think required ng Canadian government na ilabas sila to play outdoor for a while. So, balik na tayo ng sasakyan. Let's check if mommy is already at home. Drive lang tayo ng sobrang bilis kasi malapit lang ang school dito. Ay pa, hindi pa makaalis kasi na-trap tayo dito. So may basurahan. Trash truck. So wala. Negative. So we need to wait for a couple of minutes pa. Oh, hindi pa rin makaalis. I'm trapped here. By the way, meron tayong isang subscriber, I think her name is Casey or Cassie. So she's requesting for us to give more information on what could they expect when they land in Canada. Focusing more on para dun sa mga kids kasi she's a mother as well. So kung ano din ginawa namin to prepare for the kids. The location. Of course, when we got to Canada, we were renting. So the rental location, I think, would be a very good thing to check as well. Then, dapat malapit lahat ng mga goods or needs na kailangan. School, transportation, ano pa ba? Groceries. And then if malapit din yung doctor na makukuha nyo, that would be best. The standard, malapit sa fire station, malapit sa hospital. Usually naman here in Canada, parang around 1 kilometer to 3 kilometer radius meron talagang ospital eh. I'm not sure but yun yung so far na na-experience namin. Here in Calgary, medyo malayo yung main hospital from our place. Siguro mga 8-kilometer drive siguro. But then, madadrive mo pa rin siya for 10 to 15 minutes. So, it's actually reasonable. I'll ask Donna, Casey or Cassie to make one for you para maka-help kami. And dun sa mga bago din or parating na mga immigrants to Canada, makikita nyo kung more or less paano namin ginawa yung planning, ano yung pinaka-basic or pinaka-first talaga na hinanap namin, and all. Para maging manageable, more comfortable. Again, the weather here, it's really cold, so you need to consider as well yung kung saan pwedeng magpahinga, kung may mahabang lakad, saan pwedeng magpahinga, saan pwedeng pumasok to keep you warm. So mga ganong factors. So I'll tell Donna to create a content about it. Sana makaalis na ako at may meeting pa ako in 30 minutes. Natrap ako dito sa basurahan.
Hello, fam! And just to continue Lauren's vlog today, medyo na-busy siya, so ako na yung magko-continue about our topic. Meron kaming subscribers or viewers na nag-comment on one of our video. And she asked us to share kung ano yung experience namin nung nag-move kami dito sa Canada. And ito yung comment niya. Hello, Alba fam. Please share us your situation on your first arrival on Canada. We are planning to go for student visa as well, but with our 3-year-old son. We are very worried on what the situation will be. Can you share us some suggestions to help us get through it? And thank you so much. Your family are so blessed, by the way, and your journey brings inspiration to many. Thank you so much for your kind message. And completely understand ko ano yung worries mo kasi pinagdaanan din namin yan. It's a big move. Moving to a new country and especially with kids. Sobrang nakaka-overwhelm siya. But with the right mindset, preparation, and planning, malalagpasan din lahat yan. Pero syempre sa una, you really need to adjust, like sa weather, yung magbabago yung daily routine nyo, kagaya talaga nung ginawa namin, na thankful kami na na-surpass namin lahat yon. When we plan to move here in Canada as an international student, nag-start na si Lawrence searching ng mga bahay, school ng kids, ano yung lifestyle sa Canada, and transportation, tsaka inaral din talaga niya yung pathway namin from becoming a student to our PR journey. So here's some tips na masasabi ko based on our experience. Unang-una sa lahat is naghanap kami ng bahay. Kasi yun talaga yung pag-arrive mo, dapat meron kayong bahay. We search for a rental listing nun sa Richmond kasi magkalapit lang sila ng Vancouver. There is a lot of research ni Lawrence kung saan yung okay na area din to live. So Richmond yung isa sa choices talaga namin and na-recommend ng relatives namin. May mga platform kaming pinuntahan like Facebook Marketplace, yung Kijiji, and yung rentals.ca. So tingin-tingin kami doon ng mga bahay na rentals na alam namin accessible sa transportation din kasi hindi pa nga namin alam kung paano yung sitwasyon dito sa Canada. Nakuha namin yung bahay namin is through Marketplace. So we suggest na mag-check kayo ng listing in Niagara Falls area. As you mentioned, dun kayo mag-relocate kasi dun mag-aaral si Mr., diba? Do your research sa mga areas. Siyempre, as may bata tayo, gusto natin yung safe yung area, may mga playgrounds, or very accessible sa mga daycare na makukuha natin. And also check your husband university kung nag-offer sila ng parang partnership with local rentals. May mga parang student housing, ganyan. You can try to inquire din sa school ni Mr. para may guidance din kayo as a international student. Kasi merong housing options din naman. Or either mag-book kayo ng short-term rental like Airbnb, or at least give yourself a month para mag-room around or check the place kung saan talaga yung long-term decision nyo na magstay. Kasi syempre, nung kami din, hindi naman din namin alam pa at familiar kami within Canada kasi we never been here before. Pero meron kaming kakilala na we ask favor para i-check yung place na dinicide namin na rentahan. So, okay daw naman sa kanila. They take pictures and video to us and nakausap yung agent ng bahay. Okay naman. So, ayun. It helps din na may kakilala siguro kayo kasi naging smooth naman yung transition namin when it comes to house hunting. And secondly, dahil meron kayong 3-year-old son, kagaya namin, when we move here, I think my daughter is 9. Yeah, 9 months old, and my son is 2.5. 2.5 siya nun. So, we really need to have daycare. So, around the rental area na na-decide namin, naghanap din si Lawrence ng nearby daycare, which is very important na malapit kayo sa anak nyo para anything happen. I mean, wag naman sana, but very accessible dapat kayo. Kasi, syempre maliliit pa yung anak natin. We really need to put them in daycare nga kasi nga Lawrence will for sure going to work, and ako din as a student. So, hindi pa namin alam kung paano yung load ng school ko and Lawrence job as well. So, nag-decide talaga kami maghanap ng daycare na ipasok si Davon muna. Kasi Lian was too young pa noon, and my father-in-law is here to help us for almost 6 months din para mabantayan si Lian. So, si Davon lang nag-daycare nung time na yon. Check your area kung saan yung may malapit na daycare sa deciding rental place nyo. And third one is transportation. You really need to research kung merong malapit na public transportation sa area nyo. Importante yun, lalo na pag baguhan dito sa Canada. Kasi kami noon, tinignan din namin yung rental place namin kung merong bus stop, kung malapit siya sa train, which is yung sa amin noon sa Richmond, sobrang across lang ng bahay namin yung bus stop. So, sobrang convenient niya for us. Then, magbabas lang kami going to train. And then, magti-train ako going to Vancouver kasi dun yung school ko. So, public transportation na ako when I'm going to school. And then, for a few weeks, nag-decide nga kami to buy a car kasi parang feeling namin ang hirap gumalaw ng walang sasakyan dito sa Canada, lalo na pag may bata. And then, if you decided na bumili ng car, we recommend na second hand lang muna kasi yun din yung ginawa namin para lang may transportation kayo. So second hand car, I will suggest to Lawrence to do another vlog on that para at least may idea din kayo on how we get our 2 cars actually. One when we are in BC and the second one when we move here in Calgary. So since you are in Niagara Falls, I suggest you check the Niagara Falls transit. Check nyo naman doon kung ano yung mga ruta ng mga bus or yung major public transportation na pwedeng mag-connect sa places like schools, shopping areas, or yung mga main places in Niagara. And also for transportation, you can use Uber and Lyft din naman dito sa Canada kasi we used that before then nung wala pang car tapos kailangan talaga. So nag-Uber lang kami pag sundo sa kids minsan or pagpapasok ako pag kailangan talaga. And uso din dito yung may bike tsaka maglakad talaga. So kung malapit lang, mag-bike na lang or mag-walk na lang. Pero syempre, pag summer lang or pag kaya ng lamig. Kasi winter, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yun. Kasi sobrang lamig dito sa Canada. And especially Alberta and Ontario. Pag winter. And of course, very important is yung emotionally and socially adjustment. Medyo pag hindi kayo sanay ng overseas, medyo mahirap yon. Pero for us ni Lawrence kasi, we've been living overseas sa Singapore for long time. So medyo yung adjustment namin, hindi ganun kahirap. Pero nag-adjust pa rin kami. Siyempre, bagong country, bagong tao na makilala, or alam mo yung bago yung surroundings. So ang ginawa namin ni Lawrence is ako, firstly, connect ako with fellow student, join a club sa school, and attending some events, ganon. And then si Lawrence naman, naghanap siya ng mga Facebook group na pwede niyang ma-joinan, mostly yung alumni niya before, and then some of the Filipino community na pwede mong maging connection, and it helps na rin para mag-build yung communities mo sa area nyo. So, I suggest na maghanap din kayo around Niagara Falls. For sure, marami na namang Filipino and other communities na pwede nyong ma-reach out and look for help or ideas around your area. And yun na nga, especially sa Mr. mo na mag-student, sobrang big help yung mag-join siya sa mga club, attend events sa school, kasi doon talaga may mga connection. Lalo na when it comes on finding part-time job. Although hindi ako nag-part-time job, pero yung mga fellow classmate ko, sa mga ganon, parang recommendation, connections, o si ganito, nag-work sa ganyan, can you recommend? And it really works naman. True connection talaga here in Canada is, I think, very important. Sobrang overwhelming siya at first few weeks, let's say months. Kasi magsisimula kayo sa scratch talaga. And for us, experiencing it with kids, really exhausting, pero worth it naman siya. And I can say that one step at a time lang tayo lagi. Planning, preparation, connection is very important when you're moving here in Canada. Or perhaps maybe in other countries as well. Parang general rules naman siya, diba? Pero ayun nga, right mindset din, good communication with your husband as well is very important. Sobrang na-challenge talaga din kami dito. Sobrang nakaka-excite naman talaga moving here in Canada and knowing that you're doing this for the future of your kids and your family. You will do everything, diba? So, ganun din yung always mindset namin. Kung ano man challenges na nangyayari sa amin, we always think na ginusto namin to para to sa future ng family at ng mga kids namin. Pero, there's a lot of people na mag-help din sa'yo. Pero syempre, you need to be very careful as well to who you trust or make connection then. Be vigilant or do your own due diligence in making friends or connection din. Kasi hindi naman lahat gusto kang tulungan at hindi din naman lahat willing to share their experience. So, ayun. For sure, you guys will make it. Moving here in Canada, especially with little ones, is really a big step and quite challenging, in my personal opinion. But siguro with the right mindset, tapos you're prepared and alam mo yung ginagawa mo, well planned din, I think things will work out like kung ano yung nangyari sa amin. When we decided to move dito sa Canada as an international student from Singapore-based nga kami, it was a mix of excitement kasi ang laking step na ginawa namin at ang laki din na ng iwan namin sa Singapore. Pero the biggest adjustment then is yung weather dito. Malamig. Siyempre sa Canada, 4 seasons. So, yeah, and coming from a tropical country with 2 seasons, sobrang init and umuulan lang. Ganun lang. So, medyo nag-adjust din kami talaga sa weather. Pero okay lang din kasi we traveled naman ni Lawrence. It's just the kids who just need to adjust talaga nung we move here. And just do your planning and research. Sobrang research talaga. Kailangan yung gawin. But I can say, based on our experience, sa una lang yan. Makaka-adjust din kayo and for sure you will create beautiful memories here in Canada with your kids. We are happy that you reach out to us. Wishing you all the best in your Canada journey as well. And thank you once again. Hopefully we can connect and you can reach us in Facebook page as well. You can direct message us there so we can add each other. For those viewers namin na 70% na hindi pa nagsusubscribe, kindly subscribe to us. Your support means a lot to us. Comment down below if you have any suggestions as well para ma-content namin like what Cassie did. And that's all for this video today, and thank you for watching. And please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next vlog. Hang loose!